come on. I've been reading this fascinating discussion about who's the ad expert on Twitter yesterday. Let's not even get into that. Larry is the ad expert today from Ornico. Of course, you can check out many of the adverts that we talk about on the Ornico website, just ornico.coza. So, Larry, good morning. Good chatting to you once again.
Good morning, Ashraf.
What do you want to talk about?
We have 4 picks this week. We'll start with my worst pick of all.
All right.
So it's not the greatest ad, and that's from the Great White Project.
Okay, I'm glad you dislike it, because I thought you were going to say you like it. I dislike it passionately. Tell us why.
Because the production costs are obviously low. There's big budget ads. This one is just obviously low. I could have really shot it from my mobile phone. You know, you have 2 figurines of white sharks that seem to be swimming looking for prey, and they eventually bump into the beer and then they run away. And then there's papers that come with print to say that this is the greatest beer, and then if you buy it, funds will be donated to the Great White Project, and then that's the end of it.
But where's that advert being flighted?
I'm not sure exactly, but it's been doing the rounds in the media.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't like?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, I must say.
It doesn't convey the kind of craftsmanship that comes with craft beer. So for me, it says Quirk is cheap, and I don't like it.
Okay, next one?
Next one is a favorite of mine. It's the Share the Gift ad from Specsavers and Stay Kineko.
All right.
Great production values. It's a beautiful story. A child comes home with just one lens on their specs, and he feels guilty, shows it to his mom. The mom gets mad. They run to where the other lens is, and as she walks in about to bust up on the other kid, she finds the kid reading in candlelight with the other lens. It's beautiful. It's heartwarming, and it's got a great soundtrack. It appeals to emotion, and over and above all of that, it's for a great cause, the Vision Mission.
Indeed.
So,
and that's a collaboration between Stekkeniko and
Specsavers.
Okay.
Yes.
Good stuff. Right. The third one?
The third one is Celsi, The Power is in Your Hands. It's fashioned after the Apple Think Different TV campaign, except this one seems to celebrate the social of mobile telephony. So it says, here's to the hashtaggers, here's to the profile picture taggers, the status updaters, and so on. It gives a nod to the paradigm shift in marketing. So power is decentralizing, the consumers have the power. And Celsi says, well, there's a Celsi for everyone, and you have the power.
What's interesting, I think, about that one is, FNB speaks about their powers of just South Africa. But here they're speaking to tech geeks, isn't it? Meaning they position themselves as someone who wants to play in that space as opposed to something down market.
They are speaking to geeks, but they're also speaking to everyone else. Everyone who has a phone that can get you onto social media. Because all the apps that they seem to make reference to are apps that deal with social media. So for me, it's a great ad for everyone. And the production values they're skyrocketing. They're great. So for me, that's an ad that was well thought, and that was certainly well executed.
Okay, so very much maybe tech savvy as opposed to tech geeks, right?
Yes.
And the fourth one?
The fourth one, which is the last one and my favorite, is the FNB You Can Help live ad that was screened on the 17th of January, I think, at around 18:57 across TV channels.
Okay. We spoke about it with Bernice Samuels earlier on. Well, what are your thoughts? Why do you like it?
I love it because it's fresh. It's a bank, and this bank is not only doing social commentary, but they're aligning themselves to this great hype of history and patriotism in the country. But over and above that, they're looking into the future, and they're progressive, and it's a very fresh take. I really like the concept, especially also the fact that it was shot live on location at Naledi School. It's a very iconic place. I think FNB has outdone themselves there.
Someone said the concept, well, not many people, saying the concept absolutely brilliant, the girl was magic, etc. But the advert seemed to be a bit static. If you see it a few times, it can be a bit too much, because you've got the background of the school and you've got no other visuals. There's very little visuals that really excite you after a while.
I disagree. For me, when I see the advert, it's layered. So first you see this schoolgirl in the iconic Sarafina school uniform with the black tunic, and then there's the background. There's people of different color from everywhere, showing just how much of a rainbow nation South Africa is. Further than that, it's at Naledi School in Soweto, and it is shot live. So every time I see it, it peels up certain different layers.
Okay, you think we were talking about that advert as iconic in the years to come?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Larry, that's where we're going to leave it. Thanks so much for your insights, most appreciated.
Thank you for having me.
Larry Kumalo is from Ornico, and you can check them out, ornico.coza, and also follow Larry at what is it? Stately Larry is what he's on Twitter.
Larry, yes.
Stately Larry. That's it in terms of today's show.